This is one of the things that I think, like, the people opposing, they're like, "How the fuck?" Dude, because we are like cockroaches. We were always going to survive. Genocide after genocide after genocide. You can kill all the Aryans in World War One. They're gonna come back and they're gonna cloak themselves as these horrible friggin' people who are not the true Aryans because you opened a power vacuum when you tried to genocide all of the quote unquote Nazis, the Aryans in World War One. You opened a power vacuum, which was very evil, very dark. And then they came back around and they were like, we're the people here to kill the Jews. And then they like did what they did, and then it's just opened up an even bigger power vacuum. Those people are like cockroaches also. You're not gonna kill them. You people are like, I just can't believe they exist. This is like my biggest, like, my brain can't even, like, you thought, and then they thought, and then, oh, are you serious? Dude, we're always gonna come back. And we don't prance around. We don't prance around. Like, I'll shit, dude. I'll prance around and do God's will. God's will be done. Like, militant for Christ. Like, I'll prance around and do what I want to do because I am not afraid of anything. I can't believe that people exist that are this uninformed. Like, you were never going to kill all the Aryans. You were never going to exterminate the Romanovs. You were never going to exterminate the Jews. You were never going to succeed. It brings me into like Palestine and shit, like all the Muslims. Like, you were never going to exterminate all the Muslims. Why are people this uninformed? I hope that like a very tailor-made plague comes their way. Like a very tailor-made plague by God comes their way. These are the dumbest people on the planet, and they have like, in our sense, the most wealth. I don't think it's any wonder that I feel so much better after the California fires for some reason. That area, I don't know, like, I feel so much better, dude. Who, because there's parts of Austin, Texas that I go to, and I'm like, these are the dumbest fucking people with the most money. The dumbest people have the most money. And like really smart people have money too, don't get me wrong. But some of the dumbest fucking people have the most money. And the dumbest people are the ones who subconsciously think in their bloodlines they were able to murder the Aryans in World War One, murder the Jews World War Two. I do a lot just out of survival. I calculate a lot about the way people look. I look at their features, and it's, not to be racist, but I really do look at the way people look. I look at their features and I sense danger in certain people. So if somebody has a feature that I deem dangerous, I usually try to ask them different questions about who they are to get to the root of the matter. Because as the world gets smaller, it's not hard to see who are the dumb people and who are the survivors. Who's for God and who's for Satan? So, no, I'm not like shy to be like, are you this? Are you that? Are you the other thing? Who are you? What are you? I am not um too much of a wimp to take some sort of authority over the way people look and the stuff that they do. Sorry, the way people look, their appearance, and then the stuff that they do. I was just watching the Curious Case of Natalia Grace. These people were like, this girl, we adopted her and she was an adult and she wasn't. And the woman ended up being the biggest freaking predator of all. Dude, she looked like a full blown fucking Nazi. She looked like a full blown Nazi. So when I see a woman with, I mean, I dye my hair blonde, but you can see my hair is not blonde. If a woman has natural blonde hair and like chlorine blue eyes that's like you don't see that. That's a fucking Nazi. She beat the hell out of this girl day in and day out. And I'm like, well, she had natural blonde hair and blue eyes. I've never been attracted to a man with blonde hair and blue eyes. No offense, never been attracted to one. Maybe because in my soul and in my spirit, it says Nazi, Nazi. Her own son, she bred with a Romanov. This is why the case is so interesting. Because this Nazi ass bitch bred with a Romanov had 3 boys. One of them was Asperger's, a genius. And he was like, my mother kept all this money from me that was supposed to go to him because he was a genius and she banked off of it. Because he was more biologically intertwined with his father because his mother was a fucking Nazi. And he said she did shit that only a Nazi follower would do because your mother was a fucking Nazi, dude. And, Muslim women in other countries, they don't have this type of power, so they don't do shit like that. So you're just kind of like, they're not. But dudes who have like Muslim attributes and then they act a certain way, they're like, we'll fucking die for Allah and give us 7 virgins. And they have this fucking bridge of a nose. Hey, dude, that's a fucking Muslim terrorist. Oh, we're just praying to God. No, dude, you're praying to Allah, which is like Satan. I'm here to tell you, I have 0 inhibitions about taking authority in the sense that I do look at the way people look. I look at their attributes, I look at their eyes, and I pay attention to the way that they act. Because a lot of people have a lot of karma from families who are fucking Nazis. I don't see it so much in the Romanov bloodline because a lot of those people are largely inhibited. You see Muslims acting in a way, and it's like, well, they got the attributes. Also, hope they know I am not an enemy to you. Not me. When you run your gas station and the New World Order hits or whatever, and you fucking close your doors, guess what? I'm not going to be the one on the inside. You're going to let my ass out because I develop a relationship that I know that you are satanic Muslim. I am not a part of your regime. I'm out, dude. So if I go there all the time, just know when you close your fucking doors and you start to put the New World Order into play, guess what? I'm not going. Because I've already made some weird relationship where I see you see me. I'm not doing this. There is no problem in being quote unquote racist because I spent my recent adult life paying attention to the attributes of people. If a bitch looks like Queen Elizabeth, don't fuck with her. Queen Elizabeth and her clones and her offspring, don't fuck with her. Why does Chelsea Clinton look like Queen Elizabeth? Why do bitches look like Queen Elizabeth? Because they're evil fucking bitches. When dudes look like Nicholas Romanov, pretty trustworthy. Time in and time out, pretty trustworthy dudes. If someone looks like Fidel fucking Castro, I'm gonna put that person, like, I'm gonna, like, maybe someone not to be trusted. When someone does something that's like, maybe don't ever fucking trust them, never gonna trust them based on the way that they look. And these bitches have plastic surgery. When you have so much plastic surgery that you don't even look like the same person, not to be trusted. No offense. Until you prove to me better, no offense, I'm going to look at you as someone not to be trusted. If you look like a Kardashian because of all your plastic surgery, not to be trusted until to be trusted. There is no problem looking at people for their attributes because all the data I've collected in my adult life tells me there are certain attributes that are trustworthy and there are certain attributes that are not trustworthy. They need to earn your trust. And sometimes it happens, and that's fine. But when push comes to shove, I'm not your harvest. I'm not your enemy. We're not going to do this. There is no problem being racist. So in the racism narrative, you're like, well, white against black. Why does my mind never go white against black? My mind never goes to like black people, the problem, because there's probably more evidence to show that Caucasians and African Americans probably have more in common than any other race outside of our race. Have never, in my mind, you think like problems with race. Okay. In the Middle East, do you know how racist people are in the Middle East? Like in America, the narrative is white against black. But if you go overseas into the Middle East, do you know how fucking racist those people are against each other? You know nothing about racism. Like, we don't ever think white against black, like, if you're not retarded. But in America, they have programmed us to be like, when you think of affairs of race, you think of like white against black. In my mind, in my adult life, I don't, it's like low on my list. Like, I never think about it. In fact, I think more Nigerians, Africans, friends. Immediately, Nigerian speaks, I'm here to listen because they're so smart. I don't think about it because people that are shitty so easily to see. That goes across every race. But all the people that are walking around pretending as if they're good people, yeah, it's never white against black. It's more so um, Muslim, Bolshevik, and Russian, fraudulent Russians. People that come out of Africa but are white, be careful. I'm not trying to teach you this. I'm not trying to teach you to be this way. I'm just sharing that, yeah, dude, I'm super racist because I have had to survive off of looking at the attributes of other people. Bitches who look like Queen Elizabeth, don't fuck with you. Don't fuck with you at all. Like, can't. Sometimes try to fuck with you and then can't. Like, easily, like, soon after, like, cannot. We are not all the same. We're not all the same species. We're not all the same race. Not every race gets along. We are not racist. We are collecting data on survival. We don't intermix. Jews don't intermix with historical Nazis. We should. That's the end goal. But if you can't submit to a certain level of reality that we are creating, then sorry about you. I don't know. God's will be done. Like, we can't do it. This is not like, oh, let me try so hard to get along with certain people. Some people have a God in them that is so blind to everything. Everything comes down to God and Satan. And some people have a God that is so intertwined with Satan, and it's like cloaked under some religion of Jewish, of Muslim, of Buddhist, and it's not going to work out because it's not the same as the true living God through Jesus Christ. People who worship God cannot discount it's through Jesus Christ. Muslims can't go through Jesus Christ because they think it's like every other prophet. But I'll tell you what about Muslims. Muslims don't recognize the woman as equal to man. You stupid people. You stupid men. The woman is the oracle. You have to bounce ideas off of the woman in order to get to the truth. So Muslims or any other religion who discount, the female, you're only getting half of the story. You're not going to survive. You're not going to survive. And Catholics will be like, well, we worship Mother Mary. Mother Mary. Okay, you got the whore of Babylon. People who worship Mother Mary, do you know? I hate to say it, but I'm just going to frickin' say it. And people will be like, unsubscribe. I hate this person. Dude, I'm just going to say it. If you worship Mother Mary, do you know how much she hates you? She hates you so bad. Hear me out. Hear me out. If you want to worship God, but you're like, I don't want to worship Jesus Christ, the mother and the father God, do you know how much they actually have animosity towards you? Because they sent their son to die on a bloody cross. And you just want to worship the mother or the father? If you as a person, you birthed a kid and they went to become a sacrifice, and everybody wants to worship you, how much would you hate those people? Because you said, I literally birthed this beautiful child to make a sacrifice, and you just want to worship me? How much would I hate you? If I birthed a boy baby and he grew up to be a man, teaching people all these important things beyond importance, and then he had to become sacrificed on a cross, and you went to worship me, I would hate you so much. The father would hate you so much because we gave our kid, Mother Mary, Father God, we gave our kid as a sacrifice. And instead, you turned around and you tried to worship us. Hatred. I'm sorry, pure hatred. Pure freaking bloody hatred to the people that do this. Hatred. Bloody hatred to the people that do this. The Catholics who worship the Mother Mary, bloody hatred. The Muslims who only worship the Father, bloody hatred. In the end, it's only God or Satan, and God and the Mother both gave you Jesus Christ. Everything else, bloody hatred. Bloody hatred for worshiping us when we gave our only son as a sacrifice, as a mediator to God in this world, in this realm, in this experience that you are now living in, and the only way out is through him. Buddhists, I don't know. I think if you preach the gospel, they would so easily accept it because they were taught love. The other component is love. Anyone who's taught love can easily accept the gospel of Jesus Christ. All this being said, I'm super racist. I pay attention to people's attributes because I'm like, who and what are you? I'm super racist. Who isn't super racist at this time? Not out of like hatred for other cultures, but I am not afraid to take an authority under the way people look and the shit that they do. If someone is a blonde-haired, blue-eyed fucking asshole doing asshole things, I'm gonna say that's a Nazi. Are you blind? If someone's an asshole doing asshole things and they look like Queen Elizabeth, are you blind? The bitch looks just like Queen Elizabeth. If an asshole is doing asshole things and they look like Ahab, dude, it's because it's Ahab. He doesn't accept the woman. And the religions that don't accept the women are only getting half of what makes the story whole. Dumb. It's like if people don't recognize the mother, dumb. If people don't recognize Jesus Christ, dumb. And they have physical attributes that reveal the nature of their character when they act freaking crazy. And it goes both ways. Some people have the physical attributes of trustworthy people, and they tend to be trustworthy. When you preach the gospel, they tend to accept it very easily because of their physical attributes, their biological makeup that brought them to the point that they're at. Native Americans, physical attributes can easily bring them to the gospel. When people have such a strong opinion or such a strong stance, or they want to correct all the things that you do, or they want to beat the shit out of little kids, and you look at the way that they look, you take stock in the way that they look. And I will forever be cautious of those people because 70% of them are the same way. Nothing wrong with being racist. I'm racist as hell. It's God or Satan. And I'm looking at attributes as a means of survival. Who to trust and who not. And then when people want to take advantage of you and they look the way that they do and you are the way that you are, and you look back in history and you're like, adds up. Don't want to fuck with you anymore. And I can't believe how ignorant the other side is about the fact that they think that all of their alien gods, as mentioned in the Bible, are failing them. Their demons are coming out in a way that they can no longer suppress through social media, through Netflix, through food, through whatever. They can't do it anymore, dude, because it's God or Satan. Make your freaking choice. They have to make a choice. And some people it's harder than others because of their biological makeup. Also, alien hybrids. I can't believe I waited this long to say that. Alien hybrids. Y'all got big fucking eyes. You got big eyes. You got weird thumbs. Alien hybrids. This history was like not supposed to be a secret, but back in the 40s, they were breeding like a motherfucker with different aliens, giving you different people. Now you got like glass eyes, you got weird thumbs. Like, dude, you're an alien hybrid. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Don't be predatory towards the natural human race. Don't be predatory towards us. With your big ass eyes, don't be predatory towards us. Even in the other sense, reptilians with your like weird squinty little like splinted eye, like don't be predatory towards us. These are like, I see it a lot. I went into ufology. You know, in ufology, there are tons of bitches who know themselves to be alien hybrids. It's not a fucking excuse me. It's not a secret. They're like, we know ourselves to be alien hybrids because their loving families did not keep it a secret from them. Their great grandpas were like, we're going to breed with these people, these aliens, and that's just going to be it. There's so much secrecy that has happened in this century. No wonder I'm racist. We're not just talking about race now, but aliens, dude. People migrated from Mars to California in the 50s. It was not supposed to be a secret. It was not always a secret. People used to know that humans from Mars or whatever came to California. So when people do weird stuff and they got weird features, don't wonder why things are not working out in your favor when God comes to bring his judgment. I'm super racist looking at people and the way that they look and the things that they do. Obviously, it's been my survival. I look around, who are against me? It's Nazi bitches, it's Queen Elizabeth bitches, mostly. I'm a Romanoff. I've got like Caucasian features, natural Caucasian features. I'm not an alien. I'm not vaccinated. I will never get a vaccination. I will never take the mark of the beast. That's not who I am. That's not what I'm. When people come after me and it's like, who are you? Fucking robotic ass freaking Jews? Get the frick out of here. Dude, robotic Jews, get out of here. What do you look like? You got these weird ass bird noses. Nope. Can't deal with you. Won't be mean to you. Like, don't fuck with you. After you do something weird. This has not failed me. When people are nice, they're just nice. When people are weird, it's like, I gotta collect data on how weird you look. You got weird features? Okay. Gonna categorize you as someone who's alien hybrid, Jewish, Muslim, wherever you come from, I'm gonna find it out. It's generally not African Americans. Nope. It's not Native Americans. Nope. It's not Caucasians. You say Caucasian, but Nazis fall in the realm of Caucasian. You got naturally blonde hair, you got naturally blue eyes. I'm probably gonna look twice at that. I'm probably gonna pay a little bit closer attention. Alien hybrids generally, most of all, are good if they're not robotic. But yeah, dude, I'm racist as hell. And I'm ready to take a stand on that because something's gotta change. All right, check you later.